How are we all doing? So, this time round, grade 1, Bob Marley on the cover, the king of reggae. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, technical stuff again today. So we're looking at scales, chords, ear tests, all that kind of beautiful stuff. I'm sure you've all been practicing them, haven't you? Yeah. Right, so yeah, the great thing about doing this is it gives you something to play along with to make sure you're practicing the scales and the other stuff that often gets a bit neglected. So we're going to start with the general musicianship questions. I'm just going to go through some of those as usual. Someone's popped in. Hello. And yeah, so we'll start with the general musicianship questions. And we did this the other week, so hopefully you remember it. We have got some note values you need to be able to recognise. They are the whole notes, the half notes, the quarter notes, the eighth notes, or sometimes they're also called the semibreves, the minims, the crotchets, and the quavers. And we kind of need to know which ones are which and be able to identify them. Aha, some other people. Hello. And so let's have a quick look at them again. We've got that one. We've got that one. We've got that one. And remember, it doesn't matter if it's upside down. Da-da-da-dum. Can't be on its side. That would be a problem. But that's fine. And we've got that one. So they are the 4 that we kind of need to know. So I'm going to hold one up. And what I want to know is, what's it called? And how many beats is it worth? What's it called? How many beats is it worth? You can either use the names of a whole note, a half, a quarter, and an eighth, or you can use the more traditional names of a semibreve, a minim, a crotchet, and a quaver. I don't really mind, okay? So let's go. This one, please. What's it called? How many is it worth? That's the first one. Second one. Enough of emojis. Get rid of those emojis. No, you don't have to get rid of them. Right, next one. That one. That's number 2. What's it called? How much is it worth? Numero 3. That one, please. Okay. How much is it worth? How much is it worth? What's it called? Don't need to put question marks in there. It's quite clear. It's quite obvious. Like, you know, I don't need to explain it any more than that, do I? Come on, right? That one. What's that one called? How much is it worth? That's the 4 done. All right. That's all 4. I'll go through them again while you type. That was number 1. That was number 1. Numero 2. Number 2. Number 3. And pedwar. Or number 4. If you don't speak Welsh. Number 4. Okay. Right. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds while I just, you know, chill out and drink tea. Right, there you go. Time's up. You're very slow today. Right. That was number 1, okay? That one is called an 8th note. And it's worth half a beat. Alright? There are 8 of those in a bar. That's why it's called an eighth note, because there's 8 of them in a bar. All right? If there's 8 of them in a bar of music where we're counting up to 4, then... No, okay. So there's so if there's 8 of them in a bar, obviously they're worth an eighth of that bar each. Quaver is the traditional name for that. A quaver. Think of the crisps. Yum yum. Quavers. Just don't eat it. No, it's non-decaf. It's decaf tea. It's like a herbal. It's a nice one. It's herbal tea. It's good for me. Right. That one was number 2. That one is a whole note. Okay? You could remember that because there's a hole in the middle of it. It's a whole note. That's the one I always call a donut, which are bad for you. And that one is more traditionally called a semi-breve, and it's worth 4 beats. It's worth all of that bar. 4 beats. Right? That one is... What's that one? That one's a quarter beat or a quarter note. A quarter note. That one is a crotchet, and that's worth just 1 beat by itself. 1 beat and a crotchet. Last one. That's a minim. A minim is worth 2 beats. Okay? A half note. So traditionally a minim, but often called a half note. So what we'll do, have a think about this logically. That's the biggest one, right? Then you got that one. Now you can see the semi-breve here is kind of stuck on here, isn't it? It's the same thing, really, look. Right? It's the same thing, kind of. It's just got a stick on it. So we add the stick on it, and that makes it half of that, right? That's worth 4 beats. That's worth 2 beats with the stick on it. Then what we do, next step, is we get that one and we colour it in, and that gives us our 1 beat, our crotchet. Okay? Next thing we do is we add another thing to that. We add a little tail on it, and we add that little tail on it, and that makes it the quaver. Okay? So think about it like that. That's the biggest one. We add a stick on it, then we colour it in, then we add a little tail. All right? So when you want to put them in order, it should be quite easy to do if you think like that. Right, let's move on to, let's do the ear test stuff again. So, higher or lower, please? Higher or lower? I'm going to do some hard ones this time, I think. I'm going to start with an easy one. So 3 notes, remember. 3 notes. Is it higher, 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 lower, 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 and so on. Here we go. And again, the first note. Second. And third. And again. What do you think? Have a little think about that. That's number 1. Higher, 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 lower, etc. Number 2. Here we go. Number 2. There you go. First one. Yeah, higher, higher. Good job, well done. First one was higher, higher. Number 2. Number 3. That's a funny one, isn't it? All right. Number 2 is higher, higher. I'll do number 2 again. Higher, higher. Bom, 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 bom. Excuse the singing. But if you do sing it, you'll notice it's going bum, bum, bum. It's going up, all right? Number 3, the funny one. Again, one more time. Hang on, ready? That's a funny one. What do you think? Number 3. Interesting. Yes, number 3 is lower, higher. So we start here. That's a C. And then we go lower to an E. And then we go higher. So remember, when we do it, we're not talking about is the third note higher or lower than the first note. It's where it is compared to the second note, right? So we do the second note to the first, okay? And then the third note to the second. So is it kind of going higher, higher, or higher, lower? Yeah? That might be why you got that one wrong there, saying lower, lower. They are both lower than the first note. But we go ba, bum, bum. Yeah? Okay, I hope that makes sense. Right, let's do some scales. Exciting times. Woohoo! Scales are good. Really, 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 really important. As are chords. As are arpeggios, which we don't really do yet. But scales, really important. So here we go. Have you got your guitars ready? Are they in tune? Mine is. Woohoo! Excellent. So, scales. 70 BPM. C major. We should all be happy with this one. My metronome won't turn round. Oh well. Alright, so. Okay, we should all be happy with this one. 70 BPM. C major. I know everyone prefers songs, but it's the scales which allow us to play certain things more easily, okay? Practicing them and understanding them will really help you later on, okay? All right, here we go. So 70 BPM, which is this quick. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? And C major. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and one more time on the C major. Are we ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That is the C major scale. Scales are really important. Chords are actually made up of scales. They're made from the scale, all right? And all the kind of melodies that you've ever heard are created from scales. So they're really important. All right, okay. A natural minor number 2. Number 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That goes low, doesn't it? Okay. One more time. A natural minor scale. So fingers ready again. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Right. Take 1 second, please, just to pop in how you're feeling about those two at 70 BPM this week. 1 to 5, as usual. That would be fantastic. So that should only take you a second. So just like 1 dunk or 5 dunk, and you're done. All right. So we're going to move on to the E minor pentatonic scale. And are we ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, let's go again. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right, next one. A minor pentatonic. A minor pentatonic scale. Here we go. So fingers ready again. And go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And one more time, A minor pentatonic. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And we need to do the last pentatonic scale, which is the G major pentatonic. Thanks for the feedback on the first two scales. Thank you very much. That's pretty good. 4s and 5s. Excellent. Well done. Okay, so here we go. G major pentatonic. Have a quick look in your book. Just scan through it. Make sure you remember that one. It's the one that goes like this. All right. Okay. And let's get our fingers ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, one more time on that one. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is a G major pentatonic scale. All right. So, yeah, that's my next question. Someone's already written all 5. They're easy, all of them. That was my next question. How do you feel about number 3 to 5? So, all the pentatonic scales, basically. How do you feel about those? And again, 1 to 5 as a number would be fantastic. All of the pentatonic scales, how do you feel about them? Which is number 3, 4, and 5. Just give me one overall score. You don't have to tell me about each one. Okay? All right. Good job on those, by the way. If you're thinking, 3, 4, or 5 for all of those, you're doing really, really well. Okay? All right. Chords. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to challenge you to do with these chords. What we're going to do is just do the major chords, which is Group B chords on page 37, number 2, major chords. So we got the A, the D, the E, the C, 3-finger C, remember all of those fingers now, and a G, a proper G, a big G. Not the easy one anymore. These 2 fingers up as well. So remember that is on the 3rd fret on the bottom string. Middle finger stretches right over the top. Okay, so 3rd fret as well. And then your 1st finger goes on the 2nd fret on that 5th string. And I know it's a bit of an awkward chord. All right, it's a bit of a stretchy chord. But we need to do it, and it's a fantastic chord as well. Used in so many different songs. It's really important to get it right, okay? So what we'll do first of all is I'm just going to call out a chord, you have to play it. After that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the click on again, and I'll show you what we're going to do afterwards, okay? Right, so here we go. First chord, please. Can you play me an E chord in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Should have been that one. All right, remember that first finger on the 3rd string? Yeah. Okay, next chord is going to be an A chord, please. A in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and an A chord. Okay, so remember the A chord. All those fingers squished into the 2nd fret, all right? And next is a D chord. Are you ready on a D chord? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play that D chord, please. Let's do that G chord then next, that awkward G chord. 3 fingers, remember. And you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then finally the full C chord. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On that one there, okay? All right, so again, could I just get a number 1 to 5? How do you feel about all of those major chords? A couple of them are a little bit tricky, aren't they? But, you know, practice and all will be good. So how do you feel? 1 to 5, please, about the major chords. I'm going to explain the next little thing we're going to do while you're typing that. So I'm going to put my click on, all right? What we need to do is look at the book, and we've got all the major chords written down for us there, okay? We're going to play them in order. So in the order they're written in the book. So A, D, E, C, and G, okay? We are going to put them, we're going to play them on beat 1 each time, okay? Excellent, 4s and 5s. You're doing brilliantly on this. All right, so we're going to play them on beat 1 every time, okay? So I'll give you an example. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that is our task. That is our little challenge. And let's see how that goes, okay? Are we ready? So we're going to start on the A chord. You can get that ready before we even go if you want. Okay. I'll count loudly as well, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me still. Right, so fingers ready on that A. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. And G, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Okay, so that's a little bit tricky, isn't it? Because you haven't got much time to change. It's a great way to practice your chords though and get the changes speeding up, getting it better and faster. So 1 to 5, please. How did that go for you? 1 to 5 in the chat box. That'd be fantastic. Because we're going to make it harder in a second. So while you do that, I'm going to show you why it's going to get harder. It's very easy. I'm going to speed up the clicks. Okay, so it's going to get harder because we've got less time to do it. So we're now on 80 BPM. So we've gone up 10 BPM. So it's going to be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So it's just a little bit quicker, but it might be enough to make it more difficult for you. All right, excellent job, well done. Here we go, you ready? Fingers ready on the A chord. Might as well just get that there to start with. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. B, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. And G, 2, 3, 4. I'm speeding up again. Are you ready? Here we go. Now at 90 BPM, so 90 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! How are we all doing? Are we surviving? Fingers hurting yet? 100 BPM. It's gone up again. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm going to go up again. I'm going to jump a couple here. I'm going to go even quicker. Here we go. Well, listen to that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The E chord is first finger is on the 3rd string, 1st fret, and then your other 2 fingers are just doing the normal E minor chord that you will know. All right, so it's basically an E minor chord with that one added. Okay. It is the 3rd chord in there, so you can just check out the numbers as well, where it says from the top up 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 0. So we go 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 0. Okay. Right. Let's see what happens at this speed. If you don't know one of the chords, this is going to be really, well, impossible. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's hard. That's funny. All right. Final challenge. Let's see if any of you guys can do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's quick, okay? So here we go. I'll get ready before I start counting. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Did any of you manage that one? Did you manage that one? That is at 140 beats per minute. If you did that one, I'm very impressed. Anyone get that? Go on, let me know. Let me know. Yeah, have you got your book there with you, Lola? Do you have your book? Because it's in your book, but I will show you again. Of course I will. So you've got the bottom 2 strings with nothing on them, right? And then your first finger is going to go onto the first fret on the 3rd string. So 1, 2, 3, just there. Okay. Then we're going to use our second finger, and it's going to go up to the 5th string, and then that one's going to go under there. So actually, if you think about it, you know the A minor chord, which is that, it's exactly the same thing, same shape, just moved all up 1 string, okay? I missed it then. All up 1 string, that's the E, okay? So if you can't remember the E, but you remember the A minor, and I know you know the A minor because that's in stuff like Ain't No Sunshine from the debut, right? All we do is we just move the whole thing up 1 string, and that's your E, okay? No, I can't. My volume's pretty high at the moment. Any higher, and it's just going to distort and sound awful. And it's time to go anyway. Okay, so really well done. I think you all did brilliantly there. So fantastic job. Really, really cool. To get up to 140 BPM on those chords is really going some. So fantastic. Well done indeed.